Hello, Dinner with the Raja family. Welcome back to the channel. Let's make jollof rice in just 30 minutes. Yes, you heard me, just 30 minutes, okay? I've already cooked my chicken, okay? I'll be using the stock for the jollof. So I thought, let me just cook about 4, chicken thighs and then add it. So as you see here, I've coated it in some powder spice and I'm frying it in the same oil I'll be making my jollof in. Right, and then I'm prepping my tomatoes as well. This is a vegetable jollof, so I'm adding in paprika, as you saw, the red paprika with some carrots as well as ginger, garlic. I'm blending it all together with the tomatoes. Okay, so once the chicken is all fried, you take it out and then straight into the pot you add in your chopped onions. This is a very quick one. And then once the onion has sauteed, you add in your tomatoes, tomato puree. Okay, so I'm using the Gino tomato puree just in case. I know sometimes some of you ask what kind of puree did you use and everything. So I thought I will show you. I'm being very, very authentic today. I'm going to show you every ingredient I'm using. Okay, so yeah, you just make sure you stir until everything is evenly mixed. And then once it's all evenly mixed, we'll go in with the blended mixture. So once again, in the blended mixture, I've got ginger, garlic, tomatoes, okay, as well as my paprika and 1 carrot in there. I only used 1 can of chopped tomatoes for this process because I want it to stew very, very fast. I'm using 3 cups of rice. Check in the description box for all the ingredients and the quantities I used for this recipe. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to rinse the blender and then get every single, mixture out of that. Pour it into it. I'm using green chili here today. Not too much because I've cut down on the amount of chili. I've been eating too much chili. So I've cut down on the amount of chili. And I've realized that since I've done that, I've saved a lot. Right, so you can see the stew is done probably within 15 minutes. The stew should be done 10-15 minutes just because it's not a lot. And we're using the fastest process of making this as well. So you begin to add in some spices, which is your black pepper, as well as your curry powder. I've also put in there, as you can see, the bay leaf, the dried one. And then I go in with some turmeric, as well as some onga stew spice that gives the stew some very, very nice color and flavor as well. And then once I'm happy, we'll stir everything. And then we will be adding the rice next. The rice has already been washed and set aside to dry because you don't want to put in the wet rice into the sauce. Then, it sort of takes time before it really toasts. I like the toasting process because that brings out the rice really, really nice, okay? And not too moist, okay? So you want to do it this way. Wash the rice, prep it way before you come and add it. In washing the rice as well, you get rid of, excess starch and all that. We want to try as much as possible to make our meals very, very healthy, guys, okay? So once the rice is all gone in, we're going to give it a very good stir, just to make sure that it's all evenly mixed. Check that. So once it's all evenly mixed, cover it, leave it for about 5 minutes for it to toast very, very beautifully. You see the color? Nice and toasted. You're going to have some burnt bits. That's why I'm using this aluminum pot, because when it's burnt, it brings it some flavor as well. You are able to still go underneath it and then extract that burnt bits, okay? That gives the rice extra flavor, that smoky flavor you'll be looking for. This is how you get that as well. So not to worry that it's burnt, because it's all flavor you releasing into the rice. Please do this toasting process because it makes a difference in the meal. Makes a very, very big difference, guys. Okay. So once we're happy with the toasting process, then we add in our chicken stock. So if you're using beef, you want to be adding your beef stock. If you're using fish, you want to be adding your fish stock. I'm using chicken today, so I added in my chicken stock. Okay, and throughout the process I did not add any salt because all the salt is already in the stock. So be careful how you add salt. If after this process you feel you do need a little bit more salt, then feel free to go for it. Okay, you put salt to your taste. And we're not adding too much water because the rice has already been washed. We've toasted. There is about 45% already cooked, so you don't want to be adding too much water, otherwise it will become peche, overly moist, and we're not looking for that. So give it a very good stir, and then once you're happy, cover with your parchment paper, or if you want to use aluminium foil, we've been advised not to, but if you want to go for that as well, that is absolutely fine. So you cover with a lid here, and then once you give it about 10 minutes, you go back in, then you give it another stir. Jollof rice is a whole stirring process as well. You want to be turning the rice probably after every 10-15 minutes just to ensure, okay, that it cooks through really, really well. You can't just leave it to cook through just once because some parts will be cooked, other parts wouldn't. You don't want that. You want it to be evenly cooked. So it's a whole, turning and stirring process. So please keep doing that until you are satisfied that the rice is entirely cooked through. Look at the color, just beautiful. So what we're going to do now is add the parchment paper, and then you cover with your lid. And at this point, you can give it about 10 minutes, okay? So you see, when you cover, you come back in, it will trap all the excess vapor that would have gone into the rice and make it extra soft. You don't want that. Right, so it traps it, you take it out, you pour it away, you give it a very, very good stir again, turn it nicely, and then you cover again. And probably the next time you are good to go. Very, very simple. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how moist it is. And it's so tasty. It's flavorful. It's locking all the flavors in there. Oh, please make this and tag me in all your videos. There you go. With my lovely salad and my chicken there, we are good to go. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Be part of the Dinner with the Raja family. Let's learn new skills every day. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.